Almost knocked it over. Okay, today's project, we're gonna call this Baller Mod M3, because what I got is an Eventuri full carbon intake plenum. I think that's what you call this thing, for my E92 M3. This is one big solid piece of carbon fiber. This is Eventuri number 6. So this is number 6 in existence. The new product they just came out with. We're going to combine that with the Eventuri intake elbow, and then we're going to combine that with a new airbox cover, and then an air guide down inside of the brake duct area on the front bumper. So I'm going to tear this apart, and I think the install should be pretty easy. Should knock on something, but hopefully I can get through this in a reasonable fashion, go out and drive it. What I don't suspect this to sound a whole heck of a lot different, but I don't know. Right now I have a Dynon intake elbow on, Dynon air filter, which doesn't do a whole heck of a lot other than look pretty, just like this. I'm suspecting minimal noticeable power increase. I think it just looks really freaking cool. So I bought one, got one of the first ones here in the US, and we're gonna install it and see how it goes. So here's what it looks like before. You know, we have the big plastic plenum cover, BMW cover. So this piece here, you can open up, but the new one is all one section, all one piece. So this box is gonna come off. We have some sort of airflow sensor here. We have another airflow sensor here. So I'm going to take the cover of the box off, take the elbow off, take this off. I think it just lifts out. I've never taken this part off before. Make sure that anything's attached is detached, and that should be pretty much it. I don't think this is going to be too difficult, but I guess we'll find out. I tend to be very good at messing this kind of stuff up. So hopefully we can do this in a couple hours. Let's do this like every other good Mormon install and just start taking stuff apart. Let's see what happens. All right, so these are, I think, T something or others. T27, I think they're smaller than that. Yeah, T25s. So I've always wanted something cool for this area. You know, part of the thing that bothers me is, you know, there's water that runs through this that kind of gets here and spills on this piece. And then relieves like streaks on this. So having the gloss finished carbon is going to be nice. Now, one thing I've been debating is whether I should coat this thing. I'm not sure. Would that aid in any kind of yellowing in the future, since this will be under heat? I don't think it would. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. That's removed. Oh, shoot, loosen up all this stuff. So again, theoretically, this should be a pretty easy deal. Looks like I was losing horsepower with all these leaves and bugs going on here. Can't have that. So again, I don't think we're going to see any measurable increase in output other than just for the pure cool factor of this whole setup, which I know to some of you is not cool, but I kind of do what I like, not what other people like. And by kind of, I mean absolutely. There's the Dynon filter, and then let's loosen these up. Take the elbow off. We'll have the whole new Eventuri elbow, and then I'll need to disconnect this line here. Oh, that isn't good. That's not supposed to come off. That's molded in there. We'll have to do some epoxy to get that piece back on there. The way it's supposed to be. That's not good. So I think this sensor here has to come off somehow. I don't know how that is supposed to come out. Oh, I see. Push in, not pull out. Okay, that's removed. Make sure this isn't attached. So I believe this just lifts up. Let me take these two off the top and see. So I'm in desperate need of paint correction on this thing from all the water spots driving me nuts. But you know, the Colonite and Power Lock on here is doing so well, I haven't been like super motivated to do anything about it. I think do I have to loosen this from the throttle bodies? Let me consult Google. Never mind this being easy. It's a lot harder than I thought. Not hard, but I've got to reach under here, and you've got all the, which is what I suspected, all the throttle bodies have a clamp on it that holds this in place. So I got to remove the air box. Take the box out, which is no big deal. So I can access the driver's side here. I'll just pull that out, put aside. I see. It's a little 6mm, so this might work best. Got this little flexible screwdriver. So obviously, there's going to be 8 of them. These you can't really see. That should be pretty loose. Other side. Same exact story. I said in other videos how much I love these scan grip lights. They're so good. I don't know if I loosen those all enough, but we're about to find out. So this thing should lift up and off. Uh-oh. I don't know if I need to take the strut tower braces off. I don't think so. We're loose. I think the strut tower brace has to come off. All right, I was trying to do this the easy way. Now we're making it the hard way. Yeah. Hoping I don't have to take both sides of this out. I'm gonna take the strut tower brace off. Stuck on something. Yeah, gotta just stop screwing around, take this thing off. I've also got to stop screwing around and order a whole set of BMW screws, nuts, bolts, anything we might need for this kind of thing. Because I'm always taking stuff apart and sometimes we're missing bolts. A lot of times it's from the previous owner or the dealer. Well, a couple hours are going to turn it all day, as usual. Otherwise, these bolts take forever to get off. If you don't loosen this up, pull this stopper out, it takes all day. Ratcheting doesn't work up in here. No. Okay, good. It's still sitting there. My overhead light died because I haven't charged it in like a month or however long I've had it. I only charged it once. Gosh, it's such a pain in the butt doing these strut towers. I think this side's good. Yep. It's all good. It's my new most hated connection. This type of connection here where you have to push. It won't frickin' work. God, I'll frickin' kill you. Camera. So much for just pushing up. There's nowhere to get my frickin' hand in there. Push. It's got these stupid hose clamps on there. As soon as I break it, I'm screwed. Well, all right, lift up the end, this right here. Almost. All right. Now we got this here to get off somehow. I can't frickin' see. Oh, another one of those douchey connections. There we go. All right. Not so easy to remove. Now, be able to get it back in easier. How's our throttle bodies looking? Everything looks nice and clean and strong. Alrighty, that's what our throttle bodies look like. Now, I should be able to put the new one right back in here. Let's clean this up a little bit first. Just do some good old glass cleaner on a towel and call it a day. So this is where your throttle actuators are, which everybody freaks out about because their daddy's uncle's cousin told them that they're bad on these cars. Meaning when you get to like 110,000 miles and you've neglected the car, you're gonna have to replace them. But that's how now we know how to get the throttle actuators. So I should be able to take my new Plenum, put it on. Here's the OE one, the bottom. And here's the new aftermarket, which is maybe a couple of pounds lighter. So this connection is the hardest part. You can only get like a finger on it. And then we'll connect this one down here. There's no pliability in either one. That looks like it's on there straight. Okay. Now hopefully I can reach under here. Just lift up the front. Now if I can just get this bottom one on, then we'll be moving. I guess it is. No, it's just not. The one on the aftermarket is not angled the same. And this hose, there's no extra slack. I think what I need to do, I'm going to put that on first. That means that I'm going to have to get this one back off. So I have to lift this up, turn it, put this in first. Hope it doesn't break. Yeah, it's just at a slightly different angle. As soon as you put that in place, you can't reach it. Okay, so now I need to torque down our bands, which all should be fixed in place. Yeah, that's nice. There's like a hard stop there. Man, this thing looks good. I don't think there's any procedural difference of torquing. Like, I think you could just torque this all. I don't see why it would matter. Torquing one way or another, like if I had to do like from inside out or something, I don't think it matters. It's pretty cool how this thing secures down though. Certainly is a lot easier to access when you got all the... I should have just done this from the beginning where I took everything apart. But considerably different than I thought, where I thought you just popped it up. There's a lot more involved. But isn't that the way it always goes? It's always more involved than you planned. Story of the DIY guy. Story of my blood hand existence. So I don't know, what do you think? Should I get this car built and then do some sort of giveaway on it? I guess the 1M giveaway is going to dictate that. I hate it now. I see giveaways every other day. I just hate being involved in that mix. Everybody's trying to give away some car crap. I guess I could hold on to the fact that I'm doing it very differently. I need to do some work on these rubber things, take these things off and clean them up. I think what I might do is just put a power lock sealant on this. There really wouldn't be any reason to coat it. It's just fascinating how fantastically well BMW engineered the intake system on this car, that this really isn't going to prove anything. It's more just going to look cool. From what I can tell, it looks pretty much the same as stock. That back part is not on. I'm going to loosen that up. Yeah. The whole back section isn't sitting right. Loosen it all up, start over. Shoot. That one back piece had come off when I was pushing it in place. So I'll be more careful with that this time. Good thing I checked that. It's this darn hose that's messing everything up. There we go. Now we got it all in place. Okay, all good now. That looks better. All right. Now that I know how to do this, I could literally do it in 4 minutes. That's the way it goes. It starts to push up on this thing. I need to push down while I'm doing it. Maybe if I start going too tight, it's like squeezing it out of the sleeve. Like it's almost like the back isn't going in as far as it should. I can see the gap is just not right. All right, I'm gonna try to lift this up. Yeah, it's not going in the back. Figures, I turn it off as I think I get it. So I'm gonna tighten it from the back first. It's like the back, I must have had the clamps not loose enough. So as I started to tighten them down, it was just squeezing it up. So you make sure you put it from the back side first. You gotta make sure the clamps have lots of room, lots of slack. I'm gonna try tightening the back side first. Make sure it doesn't squeeze upward. If my finger gets pinched, then I'll know it's not working. There we go.
Number 6.
Got it, Maddie. Number 6, Ted. I'm a number 6 kind of guy. I'd rather be number 1, but sometimes you gotta be number 6. Sometimes you gotta be number 6. Like you could be number 6 at Obsessed Garage.
I think I'm number 7 as employee.
Oh. Boom. Much better. I knew something wasn't right when I was just sitting here spinning this thing. I was just turning and turning and turning and turning. I'm like, well, that can't be good. Something isn't quite connected. Yeah, fingerprints everywhere now.
What do you think about the giveaway so far? You liking it?
I don't know. I don't like it as much. If I had like $1 million, I'd be fired up, but
Right now it's still early.
yeah. I need to start doing some promotion or else early, late won't matter.
We're halfway through July.
Yeah. This is only step 1. This was supposed to be the easy part.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good sign, man.
I thought for sure this would be like an hour-long install.
It probably should.
It would be if I did it again. If I did it a second time, forget it. be done. I'm sweating. If I don't do that sensor next, I'm gonna forget about it, so I'm gonna have to do that next. In. Boom. So now, I gotta take this sensor off of here. This is where I start breaking stuff. This is what happens when you get number 6, Ted. Number 6, you're on your own.
Number 7 is the
I'm the manual.
YouTube video that comes out of this.
This is a Bryce job for sure. I'm about to start punching. I'm about to start punching crap. Oh, I need to get this thing off of there. I'm like, I don't need any gloves. I'm not gonna get dirty. I'll have this done in an hour. By hour, I mean next year. Come on, Bryce, you're letting me down.
Give me a screwdriver.
You're the little gadget guy. Come on.
Yeah, I see how it comes off, but I don't want to break the clip.
Yeah, don't freaking break it. I need this one.
We've got JB Weld, trust me. We can fix anything.
I'm gonna get shunned if I don't clean this out, aren't I? If I don't clean this box, you guys are gonna disown me. All right, I'll clean it for gosh sakes. Don't yell at me. I'm headed toward the good enough garage timing now. I thought I'd be done with this by noon. I started at 11:30. It's like 3 o'clock, 3:30. The better thing would be to take this outside and wash it, but I'm just not obsessed enough. And we'll get extra clean air coming out. We should do a plastic coating on this, that way it would stay fast. Now this thingy goes on here. And open these up. Loosen that up even more. Come on, Bryce, quit screwing around. Yeah. Everything is taking 20 times longer than that should have taken me. So this little neoprene thinger goes on here. Yeah, calling it a mod is problem number 1. We don't need no stinking sensors on this.
Put a carburetor on here, man.
First I gotta open this up. So I should probably put the thinger on first. So how does this thing go? Like that? Like that. All right, so we're putting that sensor in place. I've gotta put this together. So I went and actually looked at the instructions. This dust shield faces downward. I've also got to loosen these 2 screws. This is a very involved hour-long install. I'm turning it into an all-day ordeal. And just get this thing started. Trying to do it on camera here. I'm gonna go do this on the wood table. Suck! It's not going well, Ted. Not going well. Good thing the floor is plastic. Oh, this is not going well today. I fired this thing across the room. It looks like I didn't do any damage. Luckily, the floor is. I was trying to push this thing on, and it split, and this thing went flying. So. What are you gonna do? So I gotta remove this thing. Oh, it's not a screw. I'm checked out. Totally checked out. T20. So you gotta take this little thinger off so we don't have it in the way. Set that aside. Take this. It's a little weird stain here. Makes me want to get a new air box. Even though you can't see it. Okay. There's that. Turn this so that this little plate doesn't touch anything. No, not that. Turn this. Okay, that's in. That there, that goes on like that. Pull this thing back. Then we're gonna have to kind of muscle this in place. All right, Bryce, tighten this thing down while I We need to get another person in here so I can have my assistant back. I liked it better when you were helping me do this crap than me trying to do it all by myself. That looks pretty slick though, huh?
Looks good.
Tighten that thing down. 8mm. Well, that was a project. I don't know which one of these is clean, so I'm gonna do grab something nice and soft. Get all my fingerprints off. Oh, I gotta put the strut tower braces back on as well. That looks pretty darn slick though. I think this is the most baller upgrade I've ever had. Outside of maybe the HREs that I have on the 1M. It certainly isn't that, for what it is and what these things normally cost, I think it was like in the $3,000 range, something like that. I'll look up what it cost. I don't even know. I don't know that I want to know. So, yeah, gotta get a couple of pictures of my superior Canon. Ooh. Holy moly, that looks sick. I wish I could just leave it open. Now comes the extra bling. Yeah.
Baller to super baller.
This was an extra baller option.
Do they make these all in-house, or?
I don't know. Let me just get some of these in here first. Okay, this fits pretty darn well actually. Let's not torque it down yet until I get this thing in here. Now, does this go over top of it or inside of it? I think this cover fits better than the factory one. You did tighten down that filter, right? Yeah, I think that's it. Grab. Nice. Wow, that looks great. I know I should have been wiping this down with eraser because I'm gonna let me wash my hands. We're just gonna put some regular power lock on this. Call it a day. Hit this with CarPro eraser. Get all this stuff I've been fingering the whole time. Wipe it clean. Man, this makes me happy. Sorry. Call me superficial, but dang, that looks good. Let me get a coat of power lock on it, and then I'll put the whatever you call those things, strut tower braces back on. Pretty sick, bro. It's gonna look even better when I get my dining strut tower braces in place, and then we got to put the lower scoop thinger. A little bit of power lock. Especially need it right here where the water runs across it. The rest of it's just for the fun. I need to get a black. I need to get that black. Get rid of that chrome business. I'm surprised they did that in chrome. I'll have to hit up the guys at Evolve about that. So come on, bros. We don't need any chrome in our life. Okay, let that set up there for a second. Now, here's strut tower brace number 1. Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit easier when you take this thing apart up top. Otherwise, you try to get this strut tower brace on, forget it. This definitely needs to come off in order to get the plenum back in place, because I wasn't able to get the rear. You got to really put the rear in first. Be careful not to scratch my fancy Plenum now. I don't mind that it says dining on there. I kind of like it. Oh shoot, don't do that. Cut that part out. That's pretty right there. Let me wipe this off. I have to use the right color. It's very important. Wax removal towel. Ooh, yeah. That's fun right there. Even managed to do it without messing anything up. Only a slightly damaged sensor that may or may not work. At least we don't have to take anything apart to get to that. Check it out, man. It's what we call baller mode blaze. This intake will probably cost as much as your next car, your first car.
First car.
My first car was $2,500. I can only go one place at a time because it would overheat. Haters gonna hate, Ted.
Number 6.
Sace. Okay, let me put it up. Like, oh my gosh, the power cord's touching. So, let me clean this out. We gotta watch that temperature sensor. I'm gonna soak this down pretty good. Pretty well. In order to get maximum cool air in this thing, by cool I don't mean cold, I mean cool, like awesome. We gotta put this awesome little carbon fiber scoop in here. Improve the cool factor. Oh shoot, I just sprayed the camera. A bit of bug juice right there. More bug right there. Okay, so then I take this fancy piece of machinery, let's put it up in here. Somehow. Okay, so that's the way it goes. Now, my favorite 3M tape. What do you think? Is that gonna work? That wasn't too bad. Man, that's cool. I don't care who you are. Heck yeah. I like that. We'll check it. And it was easy. For once, something easy to do. Somebody's gonna steal that.
I got a carbon, I don't know what it is, but I got it now.
All right, let me take some pictures of that. All right, that's a 6 hour, 2 hour install. If you watch this video, it would probably take you like 45 minutes to do this. Maybe an hour and a half if you're an idiot like me. So anyway, this looks pretty sick. I'll have some more. I've got to take the car down to my exhaust making spot. I haven't done a video with the Dynon exhaust on this. So now that it's all set up, I'll make some exterior, interior videos for you. I'll probably do that this weekend. I need to stop promising days and times, but I'll probably do that soon, let's say. Go make some videos of this. I'm gonna take some more photos. I'm probably gonna do a write-up on M3 post on this if you wanna see or go read that. I'll do the write-up. It'll be in my, probably do a little different write-up for my Inside the Hex membership program. But man, that looks pretty sick. I'm pumped. I like it. I'll get you more driving impressions if there is any difference. I suspect that there isn't. I hope that there's not. So I hope that this just functions like factory, maybe gives us a little bit more sound, but you're not going to be able to hear that in here. So check the next driving videos when I'll give you some more input. But I think this one qualifies for, stay tuned for more crazy. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.